In my mind, an election stream is there's hundreds of people over, there's maps, everything's bright, you're consulting with people, people are calling in, there's a telethon going on in the background. It's information headquarters, you're hearing the ringing, the hustle and bustle of a high-energy staff is in the room. But these live streams were rather pathetic. They were really solemn. They were quiet. They were low energy. People didn't seem to be in good spirits. They weren't having a blast. And you're going, this is your thing. You've been covering. It would be like if Anthony Cumia got completely naked and beat the hell out of a young girl. And I was just like, we might just cut out of here and end early. You've seen enough, right? No, we must see more. This should be the most exciting thing to a Politicano person. And they just really didn't care. Even on Twitter, they didn't seem to care that much. It seems like they just kind of enjoy the day-to-day and this groove they've got in and the momentum they're in. They don't really care about what's going on. You would think there'd be a lot more passion behind these incidents that happened than what we saw last night. Let's see, Kumia on Crowder was very rudely cut off. What time are we going to here?
We're going to...
Let's see this.
3:15:10.
3 hours?
Yes.
Oh, he did 7 hours, Crowder?
Yup.
Unbelievable. Wow, okay. 3:15:10?
Yes.
So we had on Anthony Cumia, and really only for a few minutes. We could probably watch their whole appearance, couldn't we?
Yes, they got kicked off very
They got
quickly.
kicked off because Crowder was in a bad mood. So we'll see this. Again, no big setup. They had Bill Richmond, the Asian lawyer. He's always there. This is what their setup normally looks like. It wasn't a big decorated event. Nobody in costume. Alex Jones and Steven Crowder were getting into some fisticuffs verbally. I don't think Alex Jones respects Crowder whatsoever.
I think that's right after this part.
Right
so you
after
can
this.
keep playing if you want to see that.
Well, okay, let's see what happens here on one of our live stream videos.
Philadelphia. There we go. Sorry, I was losing my mind there. And those are what we're looking for. We're trying to figure out if all of this vote is coming in from the rural areas or if the cities
the vote
have put a lot of those
so
votes in.
Based on what we have right now,
the
Donald Trump needs to win any two, Michigan or Pennsylvania. He needs to win one of those.
Was there anything worse than all the people knowing exactly what's going to happen and what Donald Trump... Imagine being one of these people. What Donald Trump needs to do and what we're seeing here is... Oh, isn't that lovely? Did you come up with that yourself, or did you hear somebody say that? Now you say it. That's what we were seeing all night. Shame on you. Shame on everybody who's adapted and turned this into their own personality, and they're a news anchor slash... What do you call that kind of person? A political expert going over all the stuff.
Pundit?
A pundit. Everyone's a pundit. And where did you learn this information from? Dave Rubin on Twitter? For God's sakes? All night. Dave Rubin. What we're actually seeing here... Just stop. Wait 2 days. You don't have to do any of this tweeting if you just simply wait 2 days. Here.
Any of the other two states in the Midwest. That could be Wisconsin, that could be Minnesota, that could be Michigan, that could be Pennsylvania. So it'll be interesting to see what the betting odds are in Vegas now that Biden won Arizona. But it seems like that's been pretty close, though, too. Well, really? 53-45? I don't believe that.
With 25% remaining, too.
Let's
so
go.
it just depends on, again, where that's coming from.
That seems like it might be a premature call. But right now we do have Dave Landau and Anthony Kumia, of course, from Compound Media on with us. Dave and Anthony, how are you, gentlemen?
70 on that map.
Yes, we are. Oh, my God. Steven, this is insane.
Wow. Kumia coming in. Again, I showed you that low-level colon cleanse infomercial from the late 90s. Remember with that guy, Clee Irwin?
Of course.
Where I showed you that real low-grade video. It looked like a Tim and Eric infomercial. Here we got Kumia squished. I haven't seen anybody squished in a long time, not since I got a hotel in 2006 have I seen such a squished TV image. Here he is, and he's piping in through Skype. He's on Crowder's thing. They got this beautiful photo of the White House in Washington, D.C., but you can see he's squished. They don't know about any of that stuff. What do you call that? The TV, the ratios. This is all squished. So you've got Dave Landau there. Gino Discante is there as well. We despise him. He's living on the streets, basically. Let's see what happens here and watch the throw-off.
We're watching for every second that goes by, my opinion changes, but I have great faith.
You could actually see. I got to show. Oh, look at this.
Interlacing.
Thank you for knowing what that means. Do you guys know what digital interlacing is? The frustrations of a Sharp, the brand Sharp, 3CCD video camera. You ever dealt with a Sharp 3CCD micro tape video camera? Look at this. Have you seen lines like this? Scan lines from digital interlacing. That's what you're seeing here. You know, when I was in film school back in 2001, you would have your little camcorder, and in order to get the footage into the computer, you had to do what's called capturing it. So what it would do is take an analog signal, and it would actually record it on the computer. There's no just transferring over files. You had to play the tape via a FireWire cable. Do you remember FireWire? This was an expensive cable. And then your computer would record the footage that was being played from the camera. And a lot of the times I'd get these weird lines, and I'd go, what's the use? And you'd be editing, and you'd have these lines, and you couldn't figure out what the hell they were or how to get rid of them. Well, Kumia is in that same predicament in 2020. Nearly 20 years after I graduate film school, he's sitting there looking worse than my starter computer. I was on a Sony Vaio. This looks worse than footage coming out of my Sony Vaio light blue/gray tower. How embarrassing. Let's see what happens next. On this beautiful appearance, even Crowder's going to get sick of this shit.
The news is so terrible. They're running this on purpose like some kind of neck-and-neck horse race.
I love this in the chat. FireWire was a mistake, says Mike's Cardigans. FireWire was a definite mistake. I need FireWire 800, not that 600 junk. You remember this stuff? Mike, I still have a stack of FireWire 800 PCI cards. Very cool. I love going over FireWire with people. She don't know what it is. FireWire cord.
I could learn about it. Give me a chance.
The latest, Jules' oldest cord that she could remember is a lightning cable from the latest iPhone. USB-C is an old cable to her. Okay? AKA, she's little. All right, let's cut the crap and see what happens. USB-C is an old cord to you.
Yeah.
What's your oldest cord you could remember?
Oldest cord?
USB-C. What's the newest cord you could remember?
This is too hard
You
of a
don't
quiz.
know about no cord. Isn't that the best? Girls don't know about cords. They don't know nothing. I'm always going, no.
Give us a second. We can figure out the
cords. They're plugging
You
in.
just don't
I
know
saw
the
her try to
titles.
plug a lightning cable into the blender the other day. Disaster. All right, let's see what happens here on this beautiful episode of Crowder. We're going over all the live streams, and I'll give you my take. I watched them all so that you don't have to. I was up all night watching this shit for you guys. The errors. Here you go.
Not call states for Trump. They call instantly for Biden just to keep this illusion that they've had going for 4 years alive a little longer. I absolutely have faith that Trump is going to...
This transmission coming through, the audio quality, the video quality is very low. A lot of people, they say, I love cord talk. We got a lot of guys around here. We're all dealing with the trembulations of chords every day, the trials and trembulations of chords and wondering, what does this chord do? What is this, huh? Anyone know what this is? I'm living in a chord paradise here. Everywhere you go is a wire, a cord, something plugging me into the future.
You're great at chords, babe.
Thank you very much.
You know every
see all
chord.
the chords I got. If you guys want a chord, I'm having a chord sale here before we move. I got
giveaway.
hundreds of wires and stuff.
The chat comments that you read, instead of sending $35, you should
send them a cord.
Each a random cord.
Send them a cord. All right, let's see. Or a Honda Accord. Imagine that, a 4-door. The family's coming by. Put the family in the back of the 4-door. You show them what the V6 can do.
Someone says, LOL, speaking of cords, remember Tony Hinchcliffe's penis.
Penis is a USB cord. USB 1.
I know that cord.
USB 1 with. Here you go.
Going to win this.
Well, did you see that they called Arizona for Biden?
Yeah, that was getting me a little upset.
Yeah,
To Akiva?
I'm
going to do Akiva.
Election, of course, he did take Arizona. It's the only state so far that has been flipped.
Right. And it's looking pretty good for Georgia and North Carolina. So really it comes down to, can Donald Trump win either Michigan or Pennsylvania and then one other state in the Midwest?
Why is that? Well, I'm eating Akiva, little 5 milligrammer. Not
Careful.
CBD, by the way. Psychoactive. I'm psycho. I'm a psychoactive person. I love how everyone is a news guy now. Oh, he needs this to do this, and once he takes this, I'm like, why are you doing this
And
with such
nobody ever
importance and
says,
seriousness?
I heard, I read, people
I
are
heard,
saying.
I read. It's always,
It's all coming
I'm
from
going to
them.
take on the mind of the pundit, and I'm going to act like the same guy you hate on CNN. I'm going to repeat after him. Guys, just because you have a podcast doesn't mean you go into serious mode when there's an election. Like, we're watching all these streams. People forgot, oh, I'll do the election coverage in the style of my show. Or I'll do the election coverage like this. Everyone just kind of copied their neighbor and reported as if they're this expert. And very strange way of doing all this. I can't imagine doing that and just dropping everything and becoming a political expert. You saw Mountain do this. We'll show you that coming up.
Oh, we should show the beginning
You got to
of his
see this.
stream.
Everybody takes on this character, this serious person.
The
that
Melton one is almost
they
the
know
most
all about
crazy.
votes. Yeah, chill the hell out. Throw a nice show. Throw an event. A get together. You have people over. You know, when I have people over to watch the big game every year, the Super, I don't pretend I'm the coach of the Super Bowl and start talking like the announcers. We have a party! So everyone needs to chill out, have a little fun here during this coverage. You know, this is very whack, stupid, gay. Here you go.
West, and if he does, he wins.
I think absolutely he can do that. I don't think that's out of reach. I think it will happen. As a matter of fact,
Here it comes.
What else does Biden have going for him that gives him the win? There's
Well,
not really
voter
anything
fraud
that-
in Pennsylvania. So
Right, voter fraud.
yeah,
voter fraud.
in Pennsylvania.
But we were-
You're so right. That's exactly right.
But he's up. We were saying last we saw.
Whose coverage are we watching here? This is Crowder's stream, right?
Yep.
Oh, we're watching him coming through Anthony Cumia's screen right now. This is very strange. And I'll tell you this, what you're seeing here, it's building up to Crowder had on Cumia and Gino as guests. And it seems like the minute they come on, he decides these guys don't know shit. They're rambling. They don't know nothing about the election. These guys suck. And he starts taking out, you're going to see what we're leading up to. He's going to start taking out some anger on these guys. Let's see.
He's up 13%. There's no way, as we said, they can shenanigan more
Again,
than 10%.
see this? He's
Oh,
up
don't put it
13%.
past them.
he's not up 10% in Pennsylvania from what I'm seeing. He's up.
You know who used to do this? Bill Burr with his sports. Oh, did you see the way Canares took the field? And believe me, Jalunas is going to, really run the season. Stop telling us what's happening with this. You're not involved in their industry. You're just not. So to take on this commentator role in an industry that you're not part of is just a strange phenomenon. Eminem.
no, he is.
What do you got?
He's up 10%, right?
Well, it depends. Hold on a second. It depends on which counties are coming in, too. Right. And Dave Landau, I'm interested in having, and I know you'll be in studio here pretty soon. Dave Landau, you, of course, are from Michigan. You have that great bit about Journey in Detroit. I would encourage people to Google it or YouTube it if it'll actually show up.
Who's in Michigan? His wife and his kid.
And then
I remember them.
Dave is about to pretend like he knows all about what's going on in Detroit.
Exactly.
Oh, sorry about that. Shooting off some fireworks here. I remember my wife and my only son, the ones I left in Michigan to be with Anthony Cumia for 175. Huh? Who needs a wife and kid when you have a gaming PC? Interesting theory, Kumia. Let's hear some more.
Old Google it. Sorry,
YouTube
it. I would encourage you all to web crawler it. Okay, piss off, everybody. Dave, do you think Michigan goes for Trump? I mean, right now he has an 11-point lead, but of course that's not all of the vote coming in. Do you think Michigan goes for Trump this go around?
Just go round.
There you go. And it's the first time that it's ever even been pushing red like this. So I really do think that there's a very strong chance that Michigan's going to...
You saw the map and the percentages and used your thinking ability to say what you think's going to happen? Well, I see it says 87% for Trump and 47% for Biden and 90% of the votes come in. I actually think that it could be for Trump. Oh, that's such...
Hey, Dave.
Did you put that together yourself?
Show your true background.
Show your wife. The big pig.
You don't get to cover up the background. We want to see.
Your wife is enormous. Let's hear some more.
Go red.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think, how do you think that people there feel about your fascist, frigid bitch governor, Whitmer?
Wife.
They always claim she has like an 80% approval rating, and I'm like, really? How does she have an 80% approval rating? Did they compare her to the bride of Chucky? Did they bring him up on the stage at the same time? That's one of those numbers that I feel is hyperly inflated, and it usually comes from a local press in Michigan, which I don't trust because they claimed we had 200 people in Lansing, whereas our head count was 3,500. So you think that Donald Trump will win Michigan, Dave?
Who cares?
I really do, and I think it is because of Whitmer.
What are we at here right now? Let's look at these election results. I haven't even looked at them today.
The only thing that's changed is that Biden won Wisconsin.
You know, Sven Stoffels, animator out of the Netherlands, keeps yelling at me, so who is the president? I don't understand. What are they doing, cheating votes? And I go, get ready for 79 days of hell. And he goes, what? I go, 79 days. Now, I'll tell you about the 79 days of hell, man. You like that, huh, Tim? 79 days. You're a gay guy. Tim wants to touch you. Tim wants to have me. Alex Jones. He still can't get over that Tim, what is his name? Tim Dillon is gay. Something that I forget, too, sometimes. 79 days out. There's going to be these lawsuits and all this. I don't know why this wasn't expected. We've been talking about it for a year. Remember when this guy?
You're a whiny little bitch.
3 years ago, Bill Maher went, he's never leaving office. He's never. And remember how everybody's been talking about exactly what would happen on election night? And then remember how it exactly turned out to be exactly what everyone said it was going to be, and we're right in the process that everybody was expecting.
But they're all pretending like they came up with this at this moment.
This is just what's happening. You got to give it 79 days. I don't understand why you're so impatient. You need the answer now. I'm willing to wait 2 years. I think an election should overlap the next election by 2-3 years, and the new president only gets maybe 90 days in office, and then most of this stuff is election. That's what I want, and that's what I expect. Let's hear this, and they're going to throw them off. We're going to see all the stream goofs and errors from last night. All your favorites making mess-ups. We've got the best scoops here today. Take a look. Come on, Davey.
The reason why they're going red is because of the lovely job that she's been doing here. As we all know, she's completely taken way too much control, abused her power. She's a complete cunt. So, yeah.
Well, hold on a second. Someone else, I hear another voice in the background, Dave, that sounds like Lil Wayne. You guys are all talking over each other. Hey, we're crossing streams and you're crossing your own stream. Kumia, aren't you Italian? Don't you carry? Can't you start just bust a few rounds in that studio?
What?
I gotta take some control. I understand.
Whoa!
Yes.
Fucking guinea disgusting.
You beta cock guinea.
You bitched out to Crowder.
So Crowder's got his own thing going on, with his wife. And by the way, we got a tip here today. I'll show you this. Crowder was caught taking Xanax. You don't take Xanax around me, I'll tell you that. It could ruin your whole season here. Crowder sees, look at this. I pull these guys up. There's all this crosstalk. There's all this poor audio. I got interscan lines. What did you call it?
Interlacing.
Interlacing. I got digital interlacing. I got to get these fucks out of here. This would be me if I ran a show. I'd be screaming at everybody.
Yeah.
I could barely hold it together.
She was just talking the whole time that Dave was talking, even though she's sitting right there.
So here you go. It's our first big screw up.
And if you're on Adderall, that drives you nuts.
Yeah. Especially when things aren't going so good. And you're trying to host this legendary election show, but nobody really cared. Again, everybody was cranky last night. All the guys. So let's see what happens here. We're going to watch Crowder throw them out.
In the background, Dave, that sounds like Lil Wayne. You guys are all talking over each other. Hey, we're crossing streams and you're crossing your own stream. Kumia, aren't you Italian? Don't you carry? Can't you start just bust a few rounds in that studio?
I gotta take some control. I understand. Yes.
Fucking guinea, disgusting. What?
2 years.
What? I just said something racist about Italians. What was that?
It's what it was.
Here it comes.
Isn't it funny? Italians never care. My boxing coach, Anthony, you could probably...
You know who ain't laughing down here? Lizario Dawson. Was I just scolded? Yes, you were. He's still trying to think about this. Should I let this young guy just yell at me like this?
His cheeks are a little warm.
Yelling at me? Look at this fucking... Oh. I'd like to shoot a bottle rocket right into his face. Not a crime. It's a 4th of July accident. The DA, look at this guy. Imagine this. Imagine seeing this in your foggy mirror. And behind him, by the way, are skulls. Can't you see this? This is like death metal skulls
That's
and stuff.
Like that Paris underground thing where they have all the skulls lining the wall.
What do they call that? Where you walk through a bunch of, like the catacombs.
Yes.
This is a photo of Cumia having a blast, having a great day at the catacombs in France. Look at this guy. So, yeah, even with all the blur, you could still see the scars under the blur. That's how you know when your scars are too sharp. So here he is. He's a little pissed off. He's going to reprimand Kumia. You know, Kumia's been in this industry for 40 years. He doesn't need to take shit from this bloated little guy with his Walther gun straps on today. You know, he's going to shoot up a bunch of black. That's what he wanted. And, you know, he's got this big bottle of fake whiskey here. We're going to get into this later. You know, Crowder, like me, put a big bottle of... Cool. That was cool. He puts a big bottle of whiskey on the table, but he wasn't intending to drink it. He wanted gun, whiskey, cigar. That'll look cool, right? Well, Alex Jones calls him out. Hopefully we have tape this. He goes, why don't you drink up a little there, whiskey, Sonny? Crowder takes it, and he really... I hope we have that clip coming up. We'll find that, yeah. But let's watch them kick off Kumia. Again, we're going over the live streams here on this Election 2 day.
Here. Right. My boxing coach, who's Italian, he didn't get offended at anything. Guinea, WAP, Dago,
Filibuster.
Unless you brought up that scene in True Romance about the Sicilians, and he'd lose his mind.
Oh, yeah. We don't like that scene at all. It's really because it's a grandmother kind of insult.
Yes, it
coming
is.
Up, that
because Italians are inherently racist. My joke to him was we were holding pads, and I said, Dave, and I won't say his last name, but he's Italian, and I said, hey, well, you're Italian, but let's be honest, like Southern Italian. I said, let's be honest, there's probably a person of color hiding behind your woodshed somewhere down the line, and he threw a left hook to my body that crippled me for a moment in time.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Enough with the small talk.
Proved your point.
He did. Yeah, he proved my point. That's, the Moors obviously are in his lineage because they were known as very sturdy people as well.
It's the Mooks.
What do you think? I heard Georgia had stopped counting ballots. Is this true also?
Georgia had
ballads. That's what he said. Ballads. I heard Georgia stop counting ballads. You know, all those nice songs.
Every rose has its thorn.
Yep. Let's hear it again.
What do you think? I heard Georgia had stopped counting ballots. Is this true also?
Georgia had some ballots freeze earlier today in a county which, of course, was overwhelmingly Trump. But even the New York Times Needle is overwhelmingly saying Georgia and North Carolina are going to Donald Trump. So do we have the New York Times Needle on Michigan or Pennsylvania at all, Reg the Bandit? Let me know. Because
they don't have a separate needle that I see for
Kick them off!
But we do have the counties
coming up.
if you want to go through those at any point.
Here we go.
You know what? Hey, I hate to cut this short, Kumia and Landau, but we're having a little bit of feedback going on, and we do have to get going. And Alex Jones has been waiting, and if I keep Alex Jones waiting,
no, Alex Jones doesn't come on for another 39 minutes, I think.
Nope, he does not.
So this was great. I'm glad we showed you that coverage in full. We never skipped ahead there. They had him on. They asked Dave what he thought about something. They yelled about the audio. They talked about the Italians really quickly. And then here's Crowder. Oh, well, we're so sorry. Thank you so much for coming on. Now, you don't do this to Cumia. Oh, no. Is he mad?
I might end up in a river.
That's going to be a problem.
I might end up with a gay frog head in my bed next to me. So it's Compound Media, and from what I understand, you guys will be in the great state of Texas sometime soon. We'll have you in studio.
Yes, indeed, sir. Very cool. Thanks a lot, Stephen.
Thank you. I'm sorry it wasn't longer. It's just, next time get your shit together and.
Yeah.
All right.
Take it easy, man.
Oh, there it was. That was
again.
So he was getting a little upset with the level of professionalism. Cut him short. Alex Jones, didn't pop up for maybe 2 or 3 hours there. Cumia knows. Cumia took another L. That's my old boss, Anthony Cumia. He's a great guy. Do we have the...
I do believe you can go to 40200.
Wow, 402.
See, that's how long they waited before getting Alex
Wow,
on.
look at this. So about an hour later, they get Alex Jones finally on.
402.
402. Oh, that's tough here. 402. Let's try this.
Yeah, that's fine.
And you're going to see he's going to start... when Alex Jones drinks, he starts seeing the nonsense from other people, and he doesn't seem to suffer fools. What do they call that? Yeah. I don't suffer fools wisely. What do you say? And he notices Stephen Crowder. Look at it. Even he's got this face on here. And this is what I love about Alex Jones. He goes, I don't have time for this nonsensory anymore. The child's play is in. Let's make him drink. And he goes, I'm going to put this pussy boy to the test. Here's little bloated nonsense liar, no kid, dog-loving, lesbian wife Crowder.
The chat has been calling him Powder with Crowder.
Why Powder with Crowder?
Because of his drug use.
Oh, no, he's a guy who's never gone near cocaine. He's never experimented with any drugs, but he does use about 90 milligrams of Adderall per day.
He could powder it up and snort it once in a while.
And it seems like we got some tape here. He's using Xanax now to calm himself down at night.
Yes.
Because what happens after you use Adderall for a few years, you start frying your mind. You start going nuts. So you need another pill. And then another pill. You're going to need sleeping pills and anti-anxiety medication to get through the day. You can see here, Alex Jones has had enough of these pussies. They come on stream. They show no risk. They got a big bottle of booze, but they don't drink. So he's going to force him to drink. This is really cool. It's called a beta cuck fool's gulp.
Probably carrying a firearm, but it's probably in the waistband. I said this earlier to Ben Shapiro, the Daily Wire folks. The reason I wear it is my wife likes suspenders, but I'm not Larry King. And I came home one day in this.
So he started picking on him. Here he goes, why are you wearing gun holsters? And Alex Jones is a big gun guy, but he doesn't play dress up. He doesn't walk around.
Look at Alex's face.
Yeah, he knows these are unloaded firearms, And he's sick of it. He's sick of all these pussies. He really puts himself at risk every time he transmits or does a broadcast. So to Alex, when he watches Joe Rogan, when he watches Crowder cop out every time there's something hard in their way, I think he's getting a little sick of it.
And how come every story about Crowder's wife sounds like a complete lie?
Well, because his wife is a lesbian. That's a beard. That's what they call it. She is a lesbian. She goes to Pottery Barn. Once a year, he lets her get some nonsense decor item from Pottery Barn. They put it in their very, very boring home. Their home looks like one of those model homes that you see if you're checking out the development for your family. You check out a model home and it's all set up. That's what Crowder's house looks like. Let's see what happens when Crowder is forced to take a shot unplanned.
And she got very handsy. So now I wear it at every opportunity.
No, I agree. When I come
handsy.
home, like I have like machine gun belts and like hand grenades. My wife gets so excited.
He's mocking Crowder right now.
Just don't dirty talk and tell her to pull the pin.
What is that giant bottle of liquor you've got right there?
Well, because I would say it's Wild Fowl 102 because they're not a sponsor, but it's nice. I actually haven't.
They put tape over the bottle. I can see black gaff tape over the bottle. Wow. I got a roll of that here. I'm in the industry. I got a set. Gaff tape, folks. $49.95 a roll. Barely holds. Starts falling apart. You should see this studio almost falls apart every night. We got to retape it. In the mornings, we put gaff tape all over his booze. And listen to this excuse. Alex Jones, like Sven, when he sees someone not drinking, well, oh, that went out. Well, look at that. We'll be right back, folks. Just got to fix a screen or two. We'll see you in a moment.
Me Too was invented here. As us, as men, we've all Me Too'd somebody by mistake.
What is that?
Tap it, skin.
Is it a verb? If you meet to somebody?
That'd be an adverb.
Suck my dick. We've all, as men, at one time or another, Me Too'd somebody.
I mean, it's
getting women to suck that 90s dick. Finger, vaya para la finger. Shooting sperm balls in a fucking earball.
We're back. Hey, we're bringing back the Redbar. Hey, welcome back, everyone.
Sorry, we accidentally covered the screen with gaff tape for a moment.
Very, very similar. Okay, so we're back here with Crowder, and we're going to see him forced to take a beta sip. This is good, and I like this. When a non-drinker is forced to guzzle for Alex Jones, he might get a little screwed up, right? So here's his bottle. Alex sees he goes, "Why aren't you drinking there, little boy?" Let's see. Be very funny.
Fowl 102 because they're not a sponsor, but it's nice. I actually haven't had that much to drink tonight. I was planning on it when Donald Trump won, but I haven't been doing that. Seems to me like you guys might have been doing a little bit of drinking tonight.
I think I've had a couple drinks.
I've been drinking.
I never know with you, Alex, because sometimes you're like, I'll talk with you.
Look
like,
at Alex.
Maybe we can go grab it. You're like, no, I'm not drinking anymore. I stopped. My sleep is better. Then you're like, I'm drinking again. So I never know.
No, I go on and off of it. I did like 4 months last year. Drinking less like 30 pounds, but. Let's get serious. Steven Crowder.
Okay, I was.
2020 election. How epic is this? And it's so nail-biting. Like, is Trump going to win? Like, what are the latest numbers? I want to hear it. I just want to be here with Steven Crowder. And we've got Owen Schroyer in the other studio. I mean, what's the latest numbers? What's happening right now?
Well, I don't know what's going on. Is there anything that's new that's developed there?
I'll tell you this. I don't like Alex Jones's staff. I find them to be very fucking creepy. I mean, this is like if Lucian Wintrich and a couple other liars got together, they throw in these blue Republican suits. So this is one of the streams we were watching all night. These two boys, whoever these are, these bar stoolies. This is like Dave Portnoy's little henchman, where you got a great leader. You got Alex Jones, or you got Dave Portnoy, and then they got all these stoolies hanging around, these low-level, weird... Like, this guy's not supposed to be on the... Like, you could tell this guy's like a sick liar, right? Like, just by looking at him in this blue suit and this hair. It's like a psychotic Christian killer liar.
I don't like a guy with a beard but no mustache.
Here's another liar. And you might know who these people are. I don't know who these people are. I would say these are vindictive, petty, little internet piranha type liar guys, right? Like everyone Alex Jones has around him is a little liar. They bend the truth. Who's that other guy who does? He puts a map behind him.
Paul Joseph Watson.
Paul Joseph Watson type guys where they're just, you destroyed all credibility with yourselves. Now, Alex Jones, to me, has credibility. He's good, but these sick fucking tools, this is like, how they emulate Proud Boys on American Horror
Reg
Story.
the Bandit is here with me.
Oh. Are we at the right part still? I didn't screw that up. I hope. Right? What time are we at, Jules?
I hope this is the right time.
4:03:14. Does that sound right?
Probably.
All right, let's do this. They're going to bully Crowder into drinking. Do you believe me, though, about Alex Jones' henchmen? They're a little sick looking, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could tell they lie. They're willing to manipulate.
They say one of those guys is friends with Mersh.
They're willing to manipulate any number or any lie. You see this with a lot of Trump people. You know, like Anthony Cumia, they get wrapped up, and this is why I start hating these people. Yeah, you go, Mike, why do you hate them? They're pro-free speech. They love the N-word. They do all the stuff you do. I go, well, because I watch them lie, and, you know, as long as Ted Cruz is doing the same lie, they'll do the lie, too. Like Anthony Cumia will get caught up in the right-wing agenda stuff, and they'll lie right to your face as long as there's some other leadership in the Republican Party doing the same lie. If you caught this and you go, what are you doing? You lost me there. Now, I know a lot of people go, well, it's either the liars on the right or the liars on the left, right? So you got to pick one. Not me. When I see a liar lie in real time, I'm disgusted. It doesn't matter if I'm on the opposite side or opposite team or I'm rooting for them. So, yeah, you'll see that a lot. And Alex Jones's little assistants, they look like they would manipulate graphs. They would manipulate numbers. Whatever they got to do to get you to believe what's going on, they'll do. And I think Alex Jones should put a stop to that. Wouldn't that be nice if somebody just put a stop to the manipulation and the lying and the scheming and said, hey, I believe in this, but I don't believe in that. I believe in this. Be great. It would be nice to see if somebody put some respect to this whole thing together. All right, so let's watch this. Crowder is going to drink the booze for the first time. He's very worried about this. Here you go.
Here with Steven Crowder. And we've got Owen Schroyer in the other studio. I mean, what's the latest numbers? What's happening right now?
Well, I don't know what's going on. Is there anything that's new that's developed there? Hold on. Reg the Bandit is here with me. I don't think that anything has been called right now in this period of time, but Reg the Bandit, is there something new that I should know about?
The AP did call Minnesota for Biden.
And again, this is that setup. Look at this. They put out they didn't even get the steamer out. This is what our ribbon looks like, by the way, to induct Mersh into the Fools Hall of Fame. I want to tell you something. We were going to do a Fools induction here, right, where I take the big scissor and I was going to cut the ribbon, but our ribbon has fold wrinkles in it similar to this flag. So while I was setting up this morning, I said, we will wait because I got to steam this. We need a wrinkleless, foldless, seamless ribbon. And here you go. Crowder, he rushes, puts this thing up. You know, to me, that's sacrilegious. You're putting the, looks like a dang spreadsheet, right? Looks like a fucking Microsoft Excel PowerPoint with all these bricks here. Do you see these lines? I won't desecrate our flag with fold lines. A flag should be sold unfolded in a frame. Shouldn't be folded up, packaged into a little egg. You put it's a pill, you put it in water, it turns into a flag. That's sacrilegious.
This is disrespectful.
Okay.
There you go. He's going to drink.
That's how it was looking anyway.
Okay, so Minnesota's
Mike has
that doesn't really
standards, you're
necessarily
right.
surprise me. It really comes
I had
down.
Roger Stone on like 20 minutes ago. He's like, I think Arizona's preemptive. They came out and now Arizona's not sure, right?
Yeah, it's some places are saying that Arizona is preemptive, but it doesn't seem. Yeah, it doesn't seem like anyone is saying that it was called wrong. They were saying that it might have been called a little bit too soon. Listen, I don't know that that's necessarily foul play. I just think people are eager to try and call something first. So it really does come down to Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. And if Donald Trump wins two of those, he wins. It really is. Listen, it's anyone's game. They haven't called Iowa, as far as I know. That's obviously Donald Trump. And they haven't called North Carolina or Georgia.
So let me ask you this question, Steven Crowder, with your great audience right now, tune in. What happens if the left wins versus what happens if Trump wins? What do they do? Okay. Like, what's their victory dance versus their defeat event?
All right, we're going to have to skip ahead. Look at Jones, man. Fucking slosh. That's where I like him. was on some drinking bros thing. I saw him pouring down Bud Lights, blue metallic can after can of Bud Light. He was enjoying himself earlier. I'm going to fast forward till we see Crowder start with the whiskey here. Remember that map, though? Did you see that map they were showing in that something? Watching all the states turn red. I was thinking about the libs last night. I was thinking about how, when I was watching that, I go, there's got to be people out there that go, okay, so we were surprised the first time Trump won. We're sitting at home on election night, 2016. We're watching the map go red. But surely there's got to be a lot of liberals that were watching this going, okay, Trump's done all this stuff for 4 years. We hate him, right? He's terrible. We've witnessed all the stuff he does. So surely this election will mostly be for Biden. Now people saw how bad Trump was. They won't vote him in again. And then to have people like Kumail Nanjiani, Sarah Silverman, sit back and watch that map turn just as red as it turned last time. Don't you think they're under some sort of psychosis going, what's going on? What are the people doing? Why are they doing this? Don't you think they're going mad? You know, we had a really tough time. We're rooting for both presidents. We think they're great. We think both of them are great. We hate everybody who's associated with either of them equally. Well, we're having a tough time on that. I know you guys aren't equal. You guys want the libs to go down no matter what. And so do I. It's a tough call
tempting.
For me. See, to me, I hate the Proud Boys. I hate Steven Crowder, and I hate them just as much as you hate the libs. I'm like equal with these guys. And I know to you, oh no, that would never be. Mike, we hate the libs more. That's just what men do. I'm kind of right in the middle. So the whole time watching last night, I didn't really know who to root for. It was tough. When you saw Trump light up, you go, woo! Do I want woo or do I want... You don't know who you want to hurt more. I'll tell you this, where my mind is right now. For some reason, it does keep going back to, I do want the liberals to be more mad.
I always go back to that, too, because they're just so dramatic.
They're so dramatic, we want to hurt them.
That it's like more satisfying to see them
Seems
upset.
more satisfying. Although I don't really have beef with these people that much, besides that I think they're very corny, annoying, and not part of my humanity anymore. But you do. It's almost like, and do you struggle with this too, where it's almost like Kumail Nanjiani? It's really meaningless to us in our lives, but every time we see his stupid, and I will say Pakistani face, it doesn't have anything to do with it. But every time we see his stupid Pakistani face, we want Trump to win, right? Every time you see Kumail say go vote. But Trump, our Kumail really doesn't have, we have no beef with him, really. Well, but we really don't. We're not really involved with him. He hasn't done us wrong. We just see him and he annoys us. He's corny. So we want the whole world to change to fuck him over. I'm willing to admit that. I'm willing to admit, you see these people and you go. And then at the same time, I go, I could live with the Biden result because it's fucking over the people that I hate too. Steven Crowder, all these people, fine. You know, but I'm really torn. But I do think that I lean to the Trump side as far as I'd rather see those guys told no again. Right? I'd rather see Cameron Esposito, the trans people of the world, the lesbians, the gays. Sorry, guys. No. America says they don't like you yet. Because that's kind of what it is. When these libs, when all these marginalized people are watching that map light up red after 4 years of a test run, I think they assumed maybe it would lean more on their side. So I do like the fact that they're sitting at home going, wow, most of the country hates us. They despise us. Look how much they hate us, even after all the work we've put in to try to show them what's going on with this Trump. So I like that too. I'm kind of lost here. I'm an undecided voter. I'm undecided on who I want to be hurt more. And I know you guys think you have it all figured out. No, definitely the left is right. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. They're both very, very bad groups of human beings. Pathetic and poor and shitty and gay and white trash. Being a level of white trash is the same as being, a certain level of gay to me. You got really white trash and shitty scumbag on one side and then a really gay transient person on the other. It's tough to call. You go, who would I get along with most? Well, I'd get along with both great. Me at a bar with a trans gay, we're going to have the time of our lives. Me at a bar with a white trash incel school shooter type, we're going to have a great time too. I hang out with all these types of people, so it's very tough for me. Where are most people at in the chat? Would they rather have the Kumals lose or the... we shouldn't ask.
Opinions.
We shouldn't ask, yeah.
You can ask. Everyone kind of agrees. People are saying, we already saw all of the left-wing people freak out last time, so maybe a bit of a change would be nice. But then people are saying... I hate those people more.
It's tough to decide who we hate more. I really want it to be bad for all of them, and I think that's where we're at right now. It's bad for everybody.
One guy says that Biden will send people who use hate speech to jail for 5 years.
That's a huge concern for me as a guy who uses hate speech every minute.
Love hate speech.
So I'm like a big hate speech guy, so it makes it tough for me. And I asked this at the polling center. I go, who's like a better candidate if I'm like into hate? They're like, you're against hate speech? I go, no, I'm into hate speech. They go, I don't know. I go, is Biden going to ban hate speech? That's a big concern for me. The polling place, they don't think that's that funny. I didn't go vote, by the way. I sat in bed all day, not even for Kanye. You know who went and voted for Kanye? I hope I'm not doxing him. Our web developer, Cameron Malik. He went out and he wrote in Kanye. I think Kanye finished up with 51,000 total votes last night, right? That's it.
I think so.
And he was really upset. He put up a post saying, I really thought everyone was going to vote for me. I'm shocked, but I'm not mad. I'm just shocked. I can't believe it.
He's coming back in 2024.
I wonder if Kanye actually thought we all thought Trump didn't have a chance, and then Trump became... I think Kanye actually thought, maybe, we don't know, and maybe I'm sitting around, and they just said, Kanye wins another state, Kanye wins it, and then before I know it, I'm president. I think he really started thinking that. All right, let's watch Steven Crowder take his first sip of booze. Will he be able to handle it? This destroys his stream.
Can't have a gallon of whiskey on your desk without taking the top off and drinking at least 5 ounces right now.
Uh-oh. You can't have a gallon of whiskey on your desk without taking the top off. Drinking about 5 ounces right now. I love that. Sven Stuffles and Alex Jones, if you're not drinking constantly, do you have a friend like this? Why aren't you have another drink? Why don't you drink? It's like, are you gay? Are you trying to fuck me? I actually hate it when people do this to me. Sven does it to me all the time. I go, I'll drink on my own time. Like, what are you doing here? Trying to rape me? Do you have a friend like this who wants you to keep drinking? And you're going, I am drinking, and now you're pissing me. It's like when you ask somebody why they're in a bad mood. Are you in a bad mood? And they weren't in a bad mood, and now they're like, I'm not in a bad mood. Now they're kind of getting pissed.
You did that to me this morning.
Oh, I do to you every day. It's where I got the analogy from. So I don't like it either. But you know what? This is Crowder. It's not me. I know how to stand up for myself. I've learned how. I say, no, you can't force me. I'll drink on my own terms. I'm a Jewish man, a businessman. Crowder's going to get bullied into it. Here we go.
A whiskey on your desk without taking the top off.
Cheers, guys.
5 ounces right now.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm carrying, Alex. I'm not going to commit a crime. You should know better.
Oh, you're concealed carrying under Texas law. You're not driving a vehicle, though.
He tried to lie, and he stood up a little bit. He goes, sorry, Alex, I would love to drink, but I'm carrying 2 revolvers on my hip like a cowboy. And Alex Jones goes, Wait a minute. The rule is you can't drink and drive with your concealed weapons.
He did the exact same face that you just did, right?
Yeah. So Crowder tried to pull a Texas gun law. Look at, first of all, who are you going to trust? Him? Does that look trustworthy, or does that look like Dave Landau?
I'm not driving a vehicle, and technically I'm open carrying. So you know what? All right.
Oh, who are you going to trust? That? Or that? Who looks like they know what's going on more? Look at Alex Jones. He's got a face where he goes, I ain't buying it. I wasn't born yesterday. And Crowder's got a face like, uh-oh, I've been caught. What to do now? You know, I don't know why this world hasn't caught up to the art of the eyes. The eyes tell it all. You could just zoom in on someone's eyes. You know if they're lying, if they're trying to come up with some excuse. So here we go. Crowder's going to be bullying into drinking the booze. How will he fare? Let's find out.
Oh, you're concealed carrying under Texas law. But you're not driving a vehicle, though.
I'm not driving a vehicle, and technically I'm open carrying. So you know what? All right.
That's right.
5 ounces, I think.
And then he's opening it like a man who's never opened champagne. Oh, where does it go? Is it going to shoot off? Is it going to... Look at that. Bullied into a drink. Trying to be a tough guy. It's the worst mistake you ever made. I love this stuff. I live for it. So he's going to unscrew the bottle. Let's find out.
5 ounces of drumblers.
I'm not going to open 5 ounces.
See, Alex Jones. Make sure it's 5 ounces, though. I love that. He's like, you want to do a shot? And he knows that he's the type of drunk where he goes, come on, drink with me, drink with me. They're like, okay. And then they pour a tiny sip. Hey, drink. There you go, Alex. No, 5 ounces. I've been burned before.
Look at his fucking cube.
Don't wet your lips. Don't do your tongue. It needs to be 5 ounces of grain alcohol. We give you a test strip at the end to see if you've taken it. That's a guy who knows how to pressure someone into drinking, and he's been burned before.
Look at how cute.
Look at him. And by the way, yeah, look. Yes, finally someone's drinking with me. If I'm going to be crazy, everyone will be.
I'm not going to open 5 ounces because I have to finish a broadcast here, Alex.
You're going to do a great.
Oh, look at this pussy. Filibustering. Is he? Oh, then I got to wipe this off. I spilled a little booze.
Spill sesh.
Booze, or as I call it, Jules Pussy Juice.
Good job.
This is what
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Wait. Sorry, guys.
Look. You know what I wish? I wish
sell 100 mugs. That's probably 5. It's 5 shots.
Get out of here.
Yeah. I wish that we had those big ice cubes, so it doesn't dilute over the course of the show.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I wish we had the giant whiskey douche ice cubes that you see in those videos of cigar aficionados where they have a big...
Crowder's the type of guy that buys those whiskey stones that you put in the freezer so that you don't have to dilute with a little bit of ice.
He don't know. Crowder's the guy who buys like the custom round circle ice cube trip, but he doesn't even enjoy the booze. He's more into the man's accessories. Yes, of course. He likes that stuff. So let's see this. Look at this bitch. And you can just see the body language of a bitch pouring a drink. That's what you got right here. That's a bitch pour. Look at that. He's fucking scared. Oh, what's going to become of me? Do my pills interact with this drink in the appropriate way? Let's find out.
You know what I wish? I wish
sell 100 mugs. That's probably 5. It's 5 shots.
That's probably 5 shots. Yeah. I wish that we had those big ice cubes, so it doesn't dilute over the course of the show.
Juicy ones, yeah.
Yeah, I thought we had some, but unfortunately my wife used them for some kind of...
Oh my God, he's shaking. Now, he's definitely mixing the drink. I'm going to go ahead and say, let's pretend he's shaking. So let's wash his hands. Let's pretend he's trembling and not mixing a drink.
Let's pretend Marshall Mathers never picked up a pen.
Yes, exactly. And sometimes pretending is just as good as what's happening. Who am I to say what's happening? Let's watch his hand.
Doesn't dilute over the course of the show.
Big juicy ones, yeah.
Yeah, I thought we had some, but unfortunately my wife used them for some kind of a project she found on Etsy.
He's shaking. That's like Saying he's shaking there is the same thing a guy goes when they thought Joe Rogan was wearing an earpiece on the Alex Jones episode. He's wearing an earpiece. Okay. You know, you guys take it way too far sometimes. He's shaking. Oh, we saw it.
Well, he's shaking. I saw it with my own eyes.
Yeah, well, he is. He's shaking it, not stirring it. It's a mixed drink.
Here. Yeah, I thought we had some, but unfortunately my wife used them for some kind of a project she found on Etsy. So, you know, I beat her.
He's so scared. Oh, I'm Philip Wave. Oh, I'm Saison Z. Crowder caught shaking. Say it, don't spray it. So here we go, and look at Alex Jones. I hear you, but I can't hear anything until that drink goes down the hatch. I need to see what happens when someone I'm hanging out with drinks two. For some reason, it's all that I can fixate on. I drink, you drink, please. And you're going, is there poison in this? Like, why are you so interested in me drinking? You know, what's going on? I'm always suspicious when someone goes, please eat. And you're going, why do you want me to eat so bad? You know, what's in it for you here? Do you poison this? So here we go. And look at this. You know a fool. I'm taking a long time with this, but it's because it's worth it. You could attribute these errors to anybody you know. Look at this. Looking down in the cup equals... You ever see me do this? Here, I'm going to switch it out for Gentleman Jack. Guys, round of applause for your Jim Beam, Redbar. You did a great job today. We're bringing in Joe's big boy. Ooh, whoa, expensive. Gentleman Jack here today. Imagine if I did this, Jules. You ever see me do this on the show? Imagine this. Oh, boy. Here goes nothing. No, you don't see me do it. Because I'm cool. Hold on. You know, this big alt-right cowboy, you're shaking here. You're looking down into the cup. There's no answers in that cup. Look alive. Look ahead. Please, dear God, drink, drink, drink. Alex, what do you think's going to happen? I don't know. Maybe he'll screw up his show. You want that? Maybe. Should I have not said that? See, Alex Jones is in that loopy freedom phase. Where you go, Alex, are you trying to sabotage Steven Crowder? And he goes, why would that be bad? And you're going, whoa, Alex, you're kind of cool now. You're kind of aware. I like that. Let's laugh at a guy. Here we go, folks. A lot of lead up for a lot of nothing. Check this out. Crowder?
Without mercy.
Some kind of ice project.
Here we go. Oh.
Oh! We got to watch that again in slow, right? Jules, am I overreacting?
That was a pretty long...
Am I overreacting?
Why did he have to chug 3 different sips?
Look at Crowder. He's so nervous.
That was too long.
This is like if you drop acid because you've been peer pressured, you might be able to get away with looking like this. What did I do? The point of no return. You took 1 sip of wine, bro. You took a sip of apple cider vinegar. And you're weeping. You have 2 guns around you. Imagine being scared of a drink when you have 2 guns. I'd be shooting fucking everybody. If I had 2 guns, I'd probably pop one in Jules' neck during the show as a joke. I'm so screwed up. Let's watch this again. Look at this. Fine, Alex, I'll drink. You know, did Superman ever look this nervous? Pour the whiskey down and let's go.
Found on Etsy, so, you know,
Here
I
comes.
beat her without mercy.
Some kind of ice project.
Here we go. Oh.
Wait a minute, I think that was a fake drink. First of all,
a second.
Okay. First of all, he has a coffee cup, so I can't see the guts of this drink. There is a reason barware is clear, and I'll tell you this. when bars first came around, the bartender, and a lot of you don't know history. You didn't see that show on HBO with Al Schwerin or whatever it was called. What was that show called? Deadwood. I know about history from watching Deadwood, and I know a thing or two about old bars. They used to have metal glasses like this, but pussies like Crowder would always fake drink. And the bartenders got sick of it. They would be pouring swill like this, da-da-da-da-da, and then faggots would go, oh, yeah, it's really good, thank you, and they'd get the hell out of there. And the bartenders finally went, wait a second, I don't know. And they saw he's leaving all this booze behind. So they said, clear glasses only, clear glasses only. And now they could see, did somebody actually finish it? Crowder has a mug from the Mug Club, coffee mug, right? He fills it up with the 5 ounces of alcohol. And then he does this. Watch this. Instead of going, if you're going to chug 5 ounces of pure whiskey, you're not going to drink it like a Coke. You're not going to take it down like watermelon iced tea. You're not going to go, that would burn. That would be awful. You got to open your throat and throw it down. Crowder takes this mug filled with a shot and a half of whiskey or whatever, and he goes, I mean, we have no evidence that was a replay. Let's see a replay here. I think it touched. I think this is what he did. We're going to meet in the middle here. It wasn't a fool's full lie, and it wasn't a drink. It was this. He was willing to do it, but he's such a non-drinker that he attempted a shot with a guzzle. He attempted a shot with a drink, like you would do a drink. And so he started, and he went, fuck this. And he just let it hit his lips. Decided, I'll do a lip hit, I'll swallow a tiny bit, and then I'll put it down. Who's going to know?
But then he followed it with 2 fake glugs.
Okay, well, let's watch that again. Let's see if he, in fact, is faking Jamaican.
Probably 5 shots. Yeah. I wish that we had those big ice cubes, so it doesn't dilute over the course of the show.
Big juicy ones, yeah.
Yeah, I thought we had some, but unfortunately my wife used them for some kind of a project she found on Etsy, so,
Oh, wives, huh? Boo, boo, wives. We're men. Drinking, we got the guns. Oh, our wives, what are they finding online?
They're always on Etsy.
They're always on Etsy, these fucking women. Did you learn that from the guidebook of man? Let's find out what he does.
Without mercy.
Some kind of ice.
There's the guy.
Here we go. Oh.
Looking down into the cup like a homeless man. Staring down the barrel of a cup. What a dumb fuck. What a dumb cuck. What's he gonna see? Good luck. You don't do this. Only a homeless person drinks like this. Thank you.
And his cup isn't tipped enough. Look at the angle.
Yeah, it's not tipped enough to get. The 5 ounces is down here. That's going up to here. This could be a fake guzzle. You don't look down unless you're trying to avoid. It's like those people who smoke cigarettes. They go like this. They're looking down the barrel of his smoke. Shows a man with not much grip. All right, let's see what happens.
Oh.
Hey, you can see there's a little bit in there. Now, keep in mind, Joe Rogan couldn't peer pressure me to drink Gentleman Jack the way you just did.
I think it hit his lips. He let it fall back down. Let me tell you something. People go, and I'll debunk this further. Watch this. People go, Mike, why do you take a sip of water after doing a shot? Are you a pussy? Do you need a chaser? To this, I say no. Whoa! No! How defensive. I'll tell you why I take this drink. When you take a chug of whiskey, yeah, if I was in a bar, here, watch. You want to see what it looks like when I take a shot at a bar? Like you do without a chaser? Watch. I'll show you. Yeah. Cheers, man. Cheers. We're at a bar. Yeah, man. Did it without a chaser. Fuck yeah. This is what it looks like when you do it without a chaser. Yeah. But if you had to talk, if you were putting on, let's say, a radio show, You might want to clear your damn fucking throat. You can't just sit there with tears in your eyes pretending you didn't need a chaser. Because you have to talk. You literally physically got to open things back up again. You have words. People depend on you, Mike. So yes, I could stand there like a cool guy with your group of bachelors around the bar. I could take all the drinks. I could drink all you under the table. I do every day. But you got to drink to clear it up. Now, why do I bring this up? Is Mike in full defense meltdown mode? Is he having an attack? No. Steven Crowder, who doesn't drink, just took a shot of 5 ounces of whiskey. Guzzled it. He didn't even take a shot. He went gulp, 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 which would burn. The more gulping and swishing and tongue, the more you treat it like a soda, the worse it's going to feel. He was able to talk without interruption immediately. Watch that again. As someone who drinks.
And he does 3 chug sounds without tipping the
gulp,
cup at all.
Gulp.
Like, no,
and then he's able to talk without.
He didn't even do gulp, gulp, gulp. He went gulp, 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 holding the cup in the same place. You'd have to tip it upside down.
Mike tortures himself for his audience. He swallowed air. Thank you. Watch this shit.
Here you can see there's a little bit in there.
No,
keep in mind.
no. You would need a moment. This was a fake sip. This was the whiskey touched my lips, so you are seeing some pain from that. It fell back into the cup. I got Alex to shut up. But I'm sorry, sir. I am a what's called liberal beta cuck.
Hated it.
Now, I want to show you this. Sorry, guys. I am also drunk.
I know you just, in this drinking example segment, you took like 6 shots and finished that whole bottle of whiskey.
I'm allowed to be drunk. I'm allowed to be drunk.
It's an election
I've
celebration.
established a drunken show. I'm pretty, I'm one of the tightest drunks out there. Yeah, sometimes when I sing karaoke, I look like a sweaty drunk, but I want to show you this. While Crowder is chugging this, let's take a look at Alex Jones, who you all love. Not a day goes by where you don't write the word Alex Jones in a comment section or a chat. I've seen you. Oh, yeah, Joe Rogan? Alex Jones, enter. Let's see what they say about that. That's what you do. Anytime anyone's mentioned, you go, oh, yeah? What about Alex Jones? You don't even like him that much. You like the idea that people are avoiding him and schemes. So watch Alex Jones. Look at this. This is while Crowder's drinking. This is what this guy's been in media for 40 years. This would be like if I cared if Jesse P.S. took a drink. Look at this.
Wife used them for some kind of a project she found on Etsy.
Here you go.
So, you know, I beat her without mercy.
Yeah. Drink up.
Oh.
Here you can see there's a little bit in there. Now, keep in mind.
Look at him.
Joe Rogan couldn't peer pressure me to drink Gentleman.
Look how he gets fixated on the man. You know, this is similar to how he lost himself over Evan. Evan was a midget that I used to know. Now he's down with NLO. What's it? Evan. The midget from Impulsive. This is how when Alex Jones was on Impulsive, he saw that midget. He goes, come sit on my lap, sonny boy. No, sorry, I can't. It's just me and the midget right now. Hold on, Logan. I got to take care of something mentally in my mind. Give me a second. Because it's just me and the midget right now. Shut the fuck up. You're ruining it. And that's what he's doing with Crowder. It doesn't matter that there's an election going on. Alex Jones has waited his whole life to talk about this election and be live during it. And this is what he's doing. Shh. Crowder's about to drink. Hey, Alex, why are you so into Crowder drinking? I don't know. Does it seem nefarious? Why do you care if this kid that's been around 11 years compared to your 40, you barely know him? Why do you care if he drinks? Shut the fuck up. Did he drink? Ah. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. What? This is what I love about Alex Jones. Most people don't have these little... Like, why are you so interested in it? Look at this. Yes, now just tip the glass. Look at that. Yeah, just tip the glass. Look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we had some, but unfortunately my wife used them for some kind of a project she found on Etsy, so...
He's not listening to this part. He's going, what do I got to do to get him in a glass today? What do I got to do? There's whiskey on the table. There's a glass available. Think, Alex, think. You must get him to drink this 5 ounces. What can we do? It's like, what's your fucking MO, bro?
I beat her without mercy.
Some kind of ice project.
Here we go. Oh.
Here we go.
Oh.
Hey, you can see there's a little bit in there.
Look at
now, keep in mind, Joe Rogan...
Shut up. I want to bask.
Just let me enjoy this
Just
moment.
let me. He has not moved. I love the zoom in feature on Redbar. So what's going to happen to him now that the booze is in him? I wonder how long it'll take to kick in. Hey! Weird, psychotic, incel, Navy suit nerd guys. Google how long it takes for one drink to kick in. What's that? Seconds? What will he do? What do you think's going to happen here? This is the election. Your mind should be on the election. You've talked about Trump every day for 365 days.
He's taking a little
And then it
5-minute
comes.
break. From
No,
thinking about Trump.
I'm not. Look at this.
Rogan couldn't peer pressure me to drink Gentleman Jack the way you just did for 2 reasons.
Wait. Wait. Guys, you want to hear other parts? Mike, you've been doing an hour and 40 minutes on Crowder drinking once. We don't even know Crowder, some of us. I came here for Big Mike coverage. You've been covering Crowder taking one drink for an hour and 40 minutes. We want our money back. Servers, this. Guys, we're breaking this down. This is a breakdown. Let's watch this again. What was my point?
The Gentleman Jack.
Gentleman Jack. Listen to this. Gentleman Jack.
Some kind of ice project.
Here we go. Oh.
Listen to this. You're going to love this part.
Hey, you can see there's a little bit in there. Now, keep in mind, Joe Rogan couldn't peer pressure me to drink Gentleman Jack the way you did.
Gentleman Jack! So I wasn't kidding.
That's
Remember
crazy.
my Halloween app where I dressed up as the set and the man? The powerful set? Powerful man? I go, oh, he thinks Gentleman Jack is good. And you went, oh, Mike, no. You're so stupid, Mike. You're so jealous. Oh, yeah? Crowder just confirmed that Joe Rogan drinks Gentleman Jack. Can I have my dues? I mean, come on. That's insane. Listen to this.
Just did for 2 reasons.
10
One,
more
Gentleman
hours.
Jack sucks.
It's not good.
2, I understand that you have my best interest at heart. I feel like Joe
I wanna
Rogan
get
just
drunk
wanted to
with you
argue
right
with me
now.
about pot.
I love you.
Look at that.
But I think that you just want me to have a good time.
Whoa! A fool's regret. Have you ever seen this? Well, I think you just wanted me to have a good time. Okay, then go over. Oh. That's what just happened here. Look at Crowder. This is called a fool's experiment. Something that doesn't quite go right. Watch this.
But I think that you just want me to have a good time. All right.
The truth is, Steven,
Oh, yeah. Didn't quite go as planned, huh? Shut up. Have a beer. Stop being a fucking faggot. You imposter. You cockroach. You faker. I was here first. All right, let's see.
we're going to get married.
Oh, hey, and by the way, Alex Jones, we do have to get going. Did you read that Bloomberg article, by the way, that came out?
Yeah, somebody saying.
No, which one?
Okay, because I was worried that you might because there was this Bloomberg article came out that was a hit piece where they asked me about you, and I said oh yeah, I said I had him on. I said I disagree with Alex Jones on a whole lot, but obviously he's an interesting character, and I don't like the doggy pile, and so I feel compelled to have him on. And then in the article, they just said Steven Crowder said he was an interesting character. So if it comes down to it, I've got the full phone call recorded.
He's not listening to any of this Jewery. You think he's listening to this whiny Jew shit? He's going, what can I say next? That would be hilarious. Seriously, what can I say next? So let's see what he says at the end of this nonsense.
Actually was quite nice.
Hey, I disagree with me a lot. I just love your show. I watch you. Here's the thing. I watch you on my TV. I go to your channel, and we watch it with the kids. So I watch you every day, so I'm like, I know you. So I don't care if you attack me. I deserve to be attacked.
No, but the point is, Alex, I didn't attack you. This was
nothing about what he was talking about. And Crowder don't know what to do. It's his first time on Whiskey. That was stream number 3, Steven Crowder.